What's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 3 of our Japan franchise mode. Now, this episode is going to be where we're pretty much going to mold our team because we have nobody. Look at that, 33 offense. We literally have nothing. I think we have Lucas Lesio, and that's pretty much our only offensive player. Now, in the last video, we got screwed over at the draft lottery. The worst team in the league, probably by like 70 points, we got third. We dropped to third in the draft lottery. Now, I don't know how that works. I don't know what kind of witchcraft and wizardry had to happen there, but we ended up getting third. So, with that being said, we ended up selecting Timothy Liljegren. Now, we had him in New Jersey. Unfortunately, the New Jersey GM didn't really pan out, so we're going to try him out here in Japan. Now, I'm hoping that this guy gets good. There were some big players that we missed out on, 1 and 2, obviously Nolan Patrick and Nico Herscher. Now, I want to have a look at Colorado here because this is a team that we could potentially make a trade with in a few years down the road. So they drafted another centerman, okay? He's already their highest trade value player. He's 18 years old, high elite. So you got Nico. He's going to be a stud for you. McKinnon's a stud. You can't have Duchesne playing on your third line. So next year, once Nico is ready to go, you might be seeing either McKinnon or Duchesne on the block. And you can see they're actually unhappy. Duchesne's pissed. McKinnon's only 85 overall. He's pissed. Tyson Barrie's pissed. A lot of players don't want to play in Colorado right now. So maybe next year, whether it's at the draft or at the start of next year, maybe we'll have to revisit this and say what's up to Matt Duchesne or Nathan McKinnon. But we have a ton of money to spend. Now, we could go one of two ways here. Obviously, we're going to have to build our team through free agency. Now, I have a comment that I want to throw up, but it's not just any comment. This guy probably took 10 or 15 minutes to write this, and I appreciate that. High five to you, buddy. Although you're a Leafs fan, I think we can still be friends. He wrote this massive comment on everyone that we should get and why we should get them. So in the last episode, I said that I wanted to get people who were kind of throwaway players that were kind of, on the last leg of their NHL career, or I guess kind of past their NHL career, that could use one last shot at coming to the NHL and probably make a pretty good amount of money doing it because we have money to spend. Why not give players a nice retirement contract? So he says just down the list here, I'll go down why he wants us to get those players afterwards, but Datsyuk, Steve Downey, Jared Cowan, Nikita Nikitin, we got Brooks Lake, Thomas Kopecky, Sam Gagner. You guys can read it all. There's so many players that he wants us to go get, and I actually like where this guy's going with this. For the defense, he also wants me to play Liljegren this year. Now, I don't think I'm going to play Liljegren this year, but I do like where you're going with this comment. And at the end of this very detailed comment, he says, everyone here is unwanted. Other than Domi and Timothy Liljegren, obviously you need to start with something, but they're 82 or below. They need a home. No one is going to sign them. Sign whoever you want, but I just think that these guys would be some of the best. So thank you for that comment. I'm going to put it up here one more time. If you want to pause and read it, you definitely can. Now I have kind of my own idea of a team that I want. Now I like everything that this guy says, but Pavel Datsyuk is really the only question mark that I have right now. 38 years old, 85 overall. He'd make a perfect second or third liner on a team that is going to go for a cup run. But I mean, with the simulation and with how the game works, he'll probably sign with like Vancouver. So you know what? Maybe it is right for us to sign Pavel Datsyuk, give him a ton of money. I mean, kind of let him like ride off into the sunset. I mean, it's perfect because Japan has a rising sun as their flag. So I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. But for everyone else, let's just go through here. We'll leave Pavel Datsyuk till the very end. So let's go down the middle. This video may be a little bit longer, but let's go here. So we're going to go down the middle. And the first player that I want to sign is Sam Gagner. And going back to that guy's comment, he says, could you turn Sam Gagner into what he is right now? Obviously, he's killing it with the Columbus Blue Jackets. So he's going to get top 6 minutes for us. I'm going to give pretty much everybody a 1-year deal, and I'm going to give them a lot of money because we have to spend money. We literally have to spend the money. If we don't, our assistant coach will go ahead and sign a bunch of random free agents for $3 million for 3 years, and I don't want that. So we actually have to spend money. So I'm totally cool with that. Sam Gagner, welcome to the team. Now, the other centerman I was thinking of was Brian Boyle. Got a big dude down there. I mean, Japanese people are known for being small. I drive a Japanese car. I drive a right-hand drive car imported from Japan, and I'm a big dude. I'm like 6'3", and it is tight in that car. So I understand I get it. And Brian Boyle is not a small guy. He is what? He's 6 foot. Does it show how tall he is? Can I see that? Yeah, sorry, 6'7", 244. The guy is the opposite of a Japanese person. He's huge. So we're gonna give him a big contract because he's a big boy. We're gonna give you $3.5 million for 1 year. Brian Boyle, come be our potential third line centerman. And now one is kind of off the board here. You may not know who this is, and it's okay if you don't, but his name is Peter Mueller. And Peter Mueller was a first-round pick, but before I talk about him, look at that mustache. Damn, that's a nice mustache. I think the people in Japan would love to see that. But he was drafted first round by the Arizona Coyotes way back in 2006. So he was way back there. I really don't know what his deal was, but he really didn't get to be anything. He put up some decent numbers. I mean, 37 points, 54 in his rookie year. I remember the hype about this guy. I remember Arizona being like, we finally got our piece. This is our big piece. Peter Mueller, he's big, strong, fast. And I don't know what happened. He never really turned out to be anything, but he's only 29. He has decent stats. I mean, why not? Let's give him a contract. If he has to play on our fourth line, why not? Who cares? Let's give this guy another shot at the NHL. It's only for 1 year. Again, our team next year is probably going to be quite a bit different. But Peter Mueller, welcome to Japan. Welcome back to the NHL. So that's our three centermen there. We got Sam Gagner, Brian Boyle, and Peter Mueller. Now, obviously, there's a ton of players that are way better. I could go sign Nick Bonino and Tyler Johnson, but why? We're going to be a terrible team next year. We got to build through the draft. This is going to be something that's going to take a long time. We got to be patient. We got to breathe. We got to relax. This is a process. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So with that being said, all of the centermans are done except for Datsyuk. Now, I'm still not sure if I'm going to sign Pavel Datsyuk or not. On to the wingers. Now, Max Domi. This is a guy that I want. Now, I'm willing to give him some coin. I'll give him $4 million for 3 years. I do want to have one piece to kind of grow around. We got Timothy Liljegren on the defense. That's great, but we're going to give him first line minutes. Max Domi was a high pick by the Arizona Coyotes, so why not? Let's have one decent offensive player. Max Domi, there you go. Welcome to Japan. We also have Lucas Lesio, so there is 2 of our left wingers done. So Max Domi is going to be our first line left winger. There it is. Welcome to Japan. Now, we're going to go back to that guy's comment. He says go ahead and pick up Marty Havlat. He'll score some goals for you, and that's cool. I mean, I'm down to score goals. Not a whole lot because I still want to get a terrible pick, but I will give Marty Havlat $3 million to come back to the NHL. There you go, buddy. Welcome to Japan. Now, our last winger is going to be another person like Peter Mueller. It's going to be a player who was drafted by Arizona, but nothing ever really happened. Now, I think this player is still in the NHL. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Viktor Tikhonov was playing in Chicago either this year or last year, but he was another first-round pick of the Arizona Coyotes, I guess the Phoenix Coyotes at that time, that never really got to be anything. So once again, we're going to bring him back. Welcome to the NHL, Viktor Tikhonov. I actually remember having a rookie card. It wasn't only a rookie card, it was a jersey rookie card of this guy, and he actually had quite a bit of hype. I remember he was pretty quick, and he played, I think, this rookie season with Arizona. I don't think anything ever happened after that, but I'm pretty sure he is playing with the Hawks now. So that is all of our left wingers done. Now, moving over to the right wingers here, again, going back to this guy's comment, he says go ahead and pick up Thomas Kopecky, and I agree with that. He's a pretty decent NHL player. Last I heard of him, he was playing in Florida, so why not come to Japan? There you go, $2 million for 1 year. Welcome back to the NHL, Thomas Kopecky. Now, another player who I was thinking of is way down here, and that is Devin Setoguchi. Now, he once was a dominant player in the NHL at one point with the San Jose Sharks. I remember he had like close to 30 goals. At one point, Devin Setoguchi was a dominant player for the San Jose Sharks. Now, I think, yeah, look at that, 30 goals, 65 points. Like, he was a good player. But if you actually know a little bit about Devin Setoguchi, he's fallen on some hard times. There was a bunch of drug and alcohol abuse, and I remember reading a huge article article about that, but he's actually clean now and he's playing with the LA Kings. So why not give him another shot at the NHL? He's only 30 years old. He's got really good offensive stats. Devin Setoguchi, welcome to Team Japan. So we have one right winger, two right wingers. Now we need two more. Steve Downey. Now this was a guy who did play for Arizona and he hated the Arizona Coyotes. If you go on this guy's Twitter, he rips apart the Coyotes. So you know what? I think with the Coyotes being gone, it only makes sense to bring back big bad Steve Downey. He ripped the Arizona Coyotes apart on Twitter. Like, it was bad. It was getting really, really bad. There you go. Welcome to the fourth line. Not so bad, Steve Downey. Now we need one more. And now the last right winger that we are going to get is Victor Stalberg. Now Stalberg was once a pretty decent player in the NHL, putting up, what, 22 goals, 40 points, but I don't know what happened. He really kind of fell off the map. Last year he did pretty well, 16 goals, 30 points. He's looking for another team to redeem himself on, and Japan is exactly that. You know what? I like you so much. $2 million for 1 year. I wasn't going to give you a 2-year deal. What do you think, I'm crazy? What do you think, I'm going to have you around next year? No, maybe. Who knows? But Victor Stalberg, welcome to the team. You are another right winger that we need. So we got Kopecky, Stalberg, Downey, and Setoguchi. Those are our right wingers. Now we need one more center and a bunch of defensemen. So defensemen, I'm probably just going to rip through this real quick. I don't want to get anyone too crazy, but Andre Suster, I think, is actually a pretty good defenseman. So I'm going to give him a 2-year deal at, let's give him a 2-year deal at $4 million. Who cares? We're going to need to spend some money, and I can see this guy in the future being a bottom pairing defenseman for us. So Andre Suster, welcome to the team. There's one defenseman we have out of the way. I also want to sign Jared Cowan, who is a throwaway. He was a top 10 pick from Ottawa. Didn't turn out to be anything. Hopefully he can get his career back on track here with Team Japan. $3 million for 1 year. Now I'm sorry if this is a little bit boring, but we have to get it done. It's something that I've never really done before, build a team through free agency, so I don't really know what to expect. Luke Schenn, this is kind of another guy who had huge expectations in Toronto, and then he got traded for JVR straight up. Can you believe that? Oh man, Philadelphia, what are you doing? Luke Schenn, welcome to Team Japan. You need to redeem yourself. You're only 27 years old. $2.6 million, that should do it. So we have 3 defensemen there. I need 2 more because we already, sorry, I need 1 more because we have Dylan Olsen and we have Zbigniew Mahalik. So I need 1 more defenseman. That's it. All right, let's make a wise choice here. Let's make a wise choice. Thomas Caberlet. Yes. Thomas Caberlet with the 95 discipline. We're going to give you a nice retirement contract. Welcome to Japan, Thomas Caberlet. Oh, man. I think he actually won his cup with the Bruins, so he doesn't need to get another cup. He doesn't need to win another cup. He just wants a nice retirement contract, $5 million for 1 year. Welcome to Japan. We're almost done. I know it's taking forever. I'm sorry if you're really bored. Going back to goaltenders here, we need a goalie, and who better than Ilya freaking Bryzgalov once it loads. Maybe it'll never load. Briz, there he is. Why not bring Briz to Japan? It kind of seems perfect. Bryzgalov was pretty much meant to be a member of Team Japan. There's literally no... I mean, with how weird he is, it kind of makes sense. We'll give you 3.5 for 1 year, and our backup is going to be some young guy, probably going to be Scott Wedgwood, actually, 24 years old. I knew that going into this. I already pre-scouted it. We'll give you a bunch of money as well, even though you're not going to play a whole lot, but $2 million for 1 year. There you go. Now, that is our team pretty much set, alright? Now we need a centerman, and you guys pretty much know who it's going to be. Now, while I was signing all these players, I was running through in my head, why shouldn't we sign Pavel Datsyuk? But, you know what? I think we're going to do it. We need to score some goals at least. I mean, we're probably still going to be a bottom 3 team, and who knows, maybe if we finish 28th, we'll go ahead and get the first overall pick. Maybe it'll be reversed, but Pavel Datsyuk, welcome to Japan. Now, I'm going to give him him the max contract. I'm going to go all out with Pavel Datsyuk. I mean, why not? He's a legend. He's paid his dues in the NHL. He's won his cups, $14 million for 1 year. Welcome to Japan, Pavel Datsyuk. Now, obviously, this is a little bit outrageous, but with what we had to work with, I think I made the best choices possible. Man, that felt like it took forever. Team Japan going to look completely different in a few days. Let's go ahead here and see who's going to sign right away, who's going to take their sweet time. So far, 3 days in, no one signed. 4 days in, no one signed. July 5th, people start to sign now. Victor Stahlberg, first one to sign on the dotted line. There you go. Welcome to Japan. Sam Gagner as well. Devin Setaguchi, I'm pretty sure everyone is going to sign. I gave everyone more than enough money. I cannot see anyone not accepting their contracts. You can see here, everyone is jumping on the gun here. Everyone's coming to Team Japan, except for Pavel Datsyuk. He has not signed yet. The Briz is back, and Datsyuk. There you go. So I think that's everyone. So far, we're 84, 86, 86. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Now, I know some people are going to be like, well, that's ridiculous. You just built your team through free agency. What kind of fun is that? Literally, I had no other choice. Everyone else either retired or was Japanese. I didn't want to sign a player who's like 46 overall. So that's pretty much all we had to do was build a team through free agency. Now next year, the team's going to look different, but we actually have some building blocks now. We have some players who may be on this team next year or the year after that or the year after that. And here's a look at this team. Oh my God. We got Marty Havelat, Pavel Datsyuk, and Max Domi. This is going to be a fun year. We got Thomas Kopecky, Brian Boyle, Victor Stahlberg. Actually, probably going to be like that. We got Steve Downey, Brian Boyle, and Devin Setaguchi, who actually went down to a 79. We got Lucas Lesio, Peter Mueller, and Victor Tikhonov. So the two failed products of the Arizona Coyotes playing together on a line. It's a beautiful thing. All right, wow, this is better than I expected, but still not that great. But I mean, down the middle, we're not that bad. Pavel Datsyuk probably going to put up a decent amount of numbers this year. He's on that giant contract, so he better produce. Honestly, I really don't care. I really just want to get through this year, get through the next draft, and then we can start getting serious about this team. So defensively, looking like this: McCulloch, Andre Suster, Luke Shen, Jared Cowan, Thomas Caberlet, and Dylan Olsen. So really not a bad defensive core. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than what we had last year with all those Japanese guys. As for the goaltenders, Ilya Bryzgalov and Scott Wedgwood. Now, I think we're going to be a better team. Actually, I don't think. I know we are, obviously. Anyone's going to be better than those Japanese guys we had last year. A bunch of legends, as all those guys are, but really, they were not that great. Now, I've seen teams like this make the playoffs. I've seen it happen. It can happen. Now, I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does, we got to be prepared for that. But I really don't think we will. I mean, we got a bunch of 70s playing. Our highest overall player is an 85. I really can't see us contending for anything else than a lottery spot, which is good, which is a good thing. Have a look here at our AHL team. I want to see if Timothy Liljegren is playing there, and what else we got to work with. So here's the AHL team. I'm not done with this yet, though. I'm not done at all. Defense, Timothy Liljegren, there he is, 76 overall, so hoping he has a great year in the AHL. The next year, he's going to be our main defenseman, so hopefully he's ready for that. Goaltenders, you already saw all that, so that's fine. I want to have a look at what players are actually worth anything in our trading block, as well as checking free agency to see if there's anyone else that we could get for our AHL team. I do want to make our AHL team good, because if our NHL team is going to suck, I would like our AHL team to be pretty decent. But again, we're kind of building from the ground up with that team as well. Going into UFAs, let's go ahead and sign a bunch of prospects. Let's see who's available, actually. See if anyone's young and good. A bunch of these 25-year-olds. I want the 24-year-olds, like Connor Murphy. There you go. We're going to go ahead and give you a contract, an ex-Arizona prospect. There you go. You're going to go ahead and play with Timothy Liljegren down there in the A. I want to see a bunch of young guys. Where's 24-year-old? But I want them to have decent potential. Medium, bottom six, forward. Okay. Joel. All right. There you go. You're going to go play in the A. 74 overall. Brendan Tanev, Chris Tanev's brother. Of course, I got to give you a contract. All these guys have low bottom 6. High 7th defenseman, they're 26 years old. 7th defenseman, I might just give a bunch of these guys a contract, and then I'll show you guys what our AHL team is going to look like. Here is the new look farm team for our squad. We got Anton Rodin, Jordan Wheel, Brandon Tanev. I just went ahead and I signed a bunch of like 24, 25, 26 overall guys that I could find that were still pretty decent. Like this guy's not even that bad, 76 overall. Now these guys might not be anything for us, probably won't be, but it's still nice to have a competitive AHL team. Timothy Liljegren now is going to be playing with Connor Murphy, and there is everyone else. And as for the goaltenders, Leland Irving is still going to be the guy, although I have quite a few other goaltending prospects now, like this guy, Lala, and Lee Arnolds, which is obviously a great name, Lala. But I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I know it's a little bit boring, not as fun as the other ones, but in the next episode, I may get the entire year done again. Let me know if you guys want to see that or not, or maybe we should just go half the year and then kind of see where we are, maybe go up like the trade deadline or a little bit before that. I really don't know what to expect from this team. Are we like a bottom 5 team? Are we a bottom 10? Are we like a bottom 1? Are we going to be the worst team in the league again? Let me know what you think. Let me know who you think I should have signed or who I shouldn't have signed. Until then, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.